Alright, so basically what we're going to do now is going to create a surface sink. To do this, we're going to create the top of the sink, the backing pretty much, with a line, and make sure your ortho is on. Create a 30 inch, and we're going to offset that by 4 inches to create that base plate for our fixtures, where you have 3 holes later on. Next step is we're going to go to the front face. Since I'm doing top, it's going to be front. If you're drawing from front, you'll be going from the bottom. So we're going to be in front, and I'm going to start creating my cool spline designs. Start with the first one. It does not have to be the size of that 30 inch. It can be smaller, it can be bigger, it's up to you. I'm going to keep it the same. I'm going to turn off my ortho, otherwise I won't get those weird shapes that I'm looking for. And the first one I'm going to create is the actual depth for it. Oops. There we go. Then you create another one. It's going to be where the faucet hole should be. So I'm going to create a little bit deeper in this one point. Third one's going to be a bit taller. And then of course you can modify them as you go. So if this was a little bit too tall, I'm going to move it back. And finally, we're going to end it at a very shallow point. So I have all these different shapes. Now it may look very confusing, and it does, but we're going to get on the top view, and this is where we're going to start moving these around. So we have 4 inches for our first one. We're going to take this, we're going to move it. Now you can use the move command, or you can use the modify 3D operations move command, which may be easier for you because you can just drag on the green dots. The only problem here I have to worry about is just making sure that I'm selecting the right one, the right position, and of course the right length. Now if I don't know a length, I can draw myself a line as a reference, of course at the top view about 24, reference it backwards, and I got my lines. And now we're going to loft. So LOFT, or I can show you where it's over here, loft. Select one line, second line, take time to load. It slowly builds my design. So I have this design. Get a better view of it, I go to View, Conceptual. And actually white's not working for me because my eyes don't really work well with white. So I'll probably have to change the colors of this. Actually there's a tinted. Nah, it's not going to work too good. Or actually, let's see. Realistic gives me a little shaded area. And to get all the lines, I usually edit the transparency a little bit. It's not letting me do it this time because I'm wearing current view. Alright, we'll leave it as is. But you can see it's a little bit transparent. And you can see the shape. My fixture hole will be right there. This is one option. The next option, I'll make a copy of this, because I'm still not sure if I want to keep it as is or work from the line beforehand. So these are the two shapes. I'm going to turn off my transparency. I think it's not working as good as I thought it would. Here we go. Get a better view. Now you're wondering how we're going to give this a thickness. There is a command for that. To do this, let me just go check if we're recording. Yay, we're recording. To do this, you go to Modify, 3D Operations, Thicken. So you get there, you select your item, you select the command for thicken, or you can type it in, I believe, and you select the surface. So I selected the surface, I'm in thicken command, and I click enter, and I give it a thickness. If I put too much of a thickness, it may not work, so I try to work with a smaller one, or If you feel lucky, you can try bigger. I'm going to do bigger, 0.5, half an inch. And yeah, one surface cannot be thickened with a specified value because it's over collapsing itself somewhere. That might be the issue, especially in that dimple right there. So I'm going to do that one more time. Thicken, select the surface, give it a small thickness, 0.125, quarter of an inch. There, I believe it did it. I can zoom in to check. Yep, there's my thickness. So if you're making a mold, that's all you really need. Nothing else. If thicken does not work, your other option is, if you're making a mold, that is, you can make a copy of your design,